Hello everyone. We have a question which says that a block of mass mkg over here is held in equilibrium. So the condition is an equilibrium. Is held below a horizontal ceiling. Yes, this is a ceiling and it is held below the horizontal ceiling by two strings. Yes, the two strings are T Newton and 20 Newton. As shown in the diagram, one of the string is inclined at 45 degree. Yes, we can see over here it is inclined at 45 degree to the horizontal, and the tension in the string is T. Yes, the tension in the string is T, which is inclined at 45 degree. The other string is inclined at 60 degree over here to the horizontal. Yes, it is 60 degree to the horizontal, and the tension in this string is 20 Newton. According to the question, find the value of T and M. So basically we have to find the value of this T and this M. The condition that they have given us is an equilibrium condition. That means the opposite forces are equal. And when we say the opposite forces are equal, that means the opposite horizontal forces are equal as well as the opposite vertical forces are equal. So we have to understand the horizontal and the vertical component before splitting up this into the horizontal and vertical component. I have seen that most of the students have a misconception that the horizontal component is always a cos component. No, it is not like that. If this is an angle theta which is given in the diagram, then the side next to that would be a cos component of this particular force and the opposite side would be a sine component of that particular force. But if the angle is given over here with the vertical, then the side next to that would be a cos component of that particular force and the opposite side would be a sine component of that particular force. That means it depends upon the angle, where the angle is the angle with the x-axis or with the y-axis. Based on that we would decide which one is the cos component, which one is the sine component. We have splitted up the diagram into horizontal and vertical component. If you just look at over here, this is M, the weight of the block, m kg. So we have to convert this kg into Newton because weight is equals to mg. So m is simply m and g is 10. So multiply this m by 10 and this 10m would be the weight which is in Newton. T Newton is the force which the force in the string over here, which is making an angle of 45 degree to the horizontal. So this component, the horizontal component, would be cos component and it would be T Newton, and this would be T cos 45, which is to the right, which is to the left. Similarly, the opposite side would be T sine 45 because that is the cos component, so this side would be the sine component. Similarly, this is a 20 Newton force and making an angle of 60 degree with the x-axis or with the horizontal. That means that would be a cos component, so 20 cos 60 is to the right and this side would be 20 sine 60. Because the condition given to us in the question is an equilibrium condition, that means the opposite horizontal as well as the vertical forces are equal. So we will split them up into horizontal as well as the vertical. If you just look at the horizontal, we can see that we have two forces, which is T cos 45 to the left and 20 cos 60 to the right. Because the condition is an equilibrium, so this T cos 45 would be equal to 20 cos 60 and then this T would be equal to 20 cos 60 divided by cos 45. After simplifying, we have the value of T as 10 root 2, or we can write them in decimal as 14.1 Newton. Because in the question they gave us to find the value of T and M. Finally we have found the value of T and now we have to find the value of M. For that we have to work out with the vertical forces. We can see the diagram. In the diagram we have two forces, the vertical forces which are pointing upward, which are T sine 45 and 20 sine 60. Because the condition is an equilibrium, that means the sum of these two forces, that means the sum of this T sine 45 and 20 sine 60, the sum of both of them would be equal to 10m, which is pointing downward. Now we have the value of t as 14.1, so place it over here. Sine 45 plus 20 sine 60, just get the value of this, and after getting the value of that, which is 27.3, would be equal to 10m, and this 27.3 divided by 10 would be 2.73, and definitely that is a mass, and that would be in kg.